My name is Olivia. I am 21 years old and I am mum to a beautiful little girl called Charlotte J. She's 6 months old and she is honestly the best thing that's ever happened to me. I just love her so much. This video is basically just talking about my experience like through childbirth and just labour and all the horrible stuff. The 1st of December 2019, probably about 12 o'clock midday. So I'm sleeping, you know, minding my business, and then all of a sudden I get this sharp pain in my stomach. But because like my whole pregnancy I didn't get any sickness or any issues or anything, I thought it was just like Braxton Hicks, but I'd never felt it before, so I was like, oh, you know, let me go back to sleep. I went back to sleep and probably like an hour later the same pain happened again. So I was like, oh, my waters haven't broke. I haven't had any like show or anything. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not in labour. It's in my head. So just Braxton Hicks. So I phoned my mom. She didn't answer. Phoned my sister. She didn't answer either. So I had to wait till people got home to be like, guys, I think I'm in labour, but I'm not sure because my waters haven't broken. Basically, I might just be making it up. And then my sister came home. She was like, okay, just in case you are in labour, which I don't think you are, jump in the shower, change your clothes and just see what happens. So I did that. Then I went downstairs. I was chilling, my cousins were around, chilling with my cousins, just talking. And then I kept getting these pains, but they weren't bad. So I just thought, oh, it's just Braxton Hicks. Oh, I had a curry the night before, you know, silly me. And then the pain started getting worse and then it started getting closer together. So I'm like, Mum, I actually think I'm in labour. And then my mum's like, no, it's just Braxton Hicks. But just in case you are, let's time them and see how close they are together. So I'm in my mum's room, just walking around. My mum's like, oh, walk around, it will speed up the process if you are in labour. So I'm in my mum's room, walking up and down, back and forth for like 10 minutes, timing it on my phone. They weren't really getting closer together. They were just 5 minutes apart and quite strong. So my mum just was like, you know what, I'm going to go to sleep. So I decided, let me have a bath. Maybe that will help the pain. It wasn't too painful. It was like bearable pain. And then I got out the bath and I was like, no, this is starting to hurt now. So I tried to watch. I was watching I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here on Catch Up. So I tried to carry on watching Catch Up. And then I was thinking, no, this is getting too bad. My boyfriend phoned me like, oh, I'm coming over. Because I wasn't sure if I was in labour anyway, so I didn't really tell him. And then my boyfriend said he's coming over. Hello? I'm doing a video. You been reading my video? Yeah, my boyfriend said he was coming over. And then basically he came over and I was like, as soon as he got here, no, he went to Mackie's first. I'm telling him I'm in labour and his first thing to do is he went to Mackie's, then come to mine to see if I was alright. And then he comes downstairs eating his chicken nuggets and asked me if I want one. I was like, I think I'm in too much pain to eat chicken nuggets right now. So I'm breathing, holding his hand, squeezing his hand, and I was like, you know what, I know you just got here, but I need to go to the hospital now, this is ridiculous. So I run upstairs and then I'm like to my mum, I need to go to the hospital now. My mum's like, oh, don't be silly, you're not even in that much pain. I was, woman, please, you do not know. So then she was like, okay, quickly wait for me. She jumped in the car. We all jumped, me, my boyfriend and my mum jumped in the car. Went straight to the hospital. And I'm thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, please don't let me be 2 centimetres because I'm going through all this pain. I'm screaming and they're going to think I'm being dramatic. Or please don't tell me I'm not in labour. So yeah, I'm in the car thinking, how embarrassing would it be if I get to there and I'm not even in labour, or I'm just 1 centimetre and I'm making all this noise. Like, I weren't screaming, but I was like moaning, like it was hurting. So we got to the hospital. I got out the car, took a few steps, had a contraction, walked into the hospital, had another contraction, stop, and then carry on. And then I'm sitting down. I'm still able to like laugh and joke because it was painful, but it was still bearable. But it was painful, like, don't get me wrong. And then one of the ladies called us through to examine me. just because my boyfriend was there. She called me through to examine me. Turns out I was 4 centimetres dilated then. But because they did my blood pressure and it was a bit high, I couldn't have the water birth that I wanted. So I ended up having to have it in the labour room. And like, all the contraptions they had strapped to me, they had one monitor strapped to the top, one monitor strapped to the bottom. I honestly felt so claustrophobic. So I'm lying on my side with all this stuff strapped to me. I'm trying to pull it off because I've had enough. Like, I was on the gas and air. I was had enough pulling it off. The nurse is pulling it back on. I was a nightmare, I'm not gonna lie. It was annoying though, and I'm just like to my mum, I can't. It's restricting me. I just want to be free. I want to be naked and just breathe from my own pain. But it wasn't how I planned it. You feel so claustrophobic with all that stuff on. Honestly, I was claustrophobic. I just wanted to rip it all off, and then every time I took it off, the nurse was telling me put it back on, and my back was hurting, and the pain getting worse and worse and worse, honestly. So each contraction, but my contractions were weird. So it was like one contraction, then another contraction, then a break, and then one contraction, then another contraction, then a break. And these times I'm in the bed, I'm lying on my side because that's the only way I can deal with the pain. Breathing in the gas and air. Can't breathe, honestly, breathing in the gas and air. The gas and air helps, but once you get to a certain level of pain, it's not doing anything. So I'm breathing in the gas and air. At this point, I said, you know what, it's too much. I think it was about 2 hours into the labour. No, 3 hours in, I'd say, 3 hours into the labour. I'm like, listen, this is too much. Get me an epidural right now. So I was in the hospital for about 3 hours before I decided, you know what, give me the epidural. And then the lady came in to do the epidural, and the midwife that I had was like, oh, 1 second, we're just having a chat. I said, Mum. So the epidural lady walked out. I'm in pain, I'm dying. Mum, get the lady back. Mum, she's leaving. Mum, she's leaving, please bring her back. I'm literally begging my mum to get the epidural lady back in, and my mum's laughing at me. And then I was like, no, I can't do it, I can't do it. But these times, I didn't know I was like 9 centimetres and I had a quick labour, but to me, I thought I was just halfway through it. So I was like, oh, please, I can't do this for another 3 more hours. And I'm like, Mum, get the lady back. And then, so yeah, I got to the hospital about 4 o'clock. And then all the time I was in pain, it was like the next, about 3 hours went by. I was still in pain, but it was like bearable pain. Until I started screaming for the epidural. And then that was probably the last hour of labour that I was just in hysterical pain, like I couldn't, honestly, it was too much. And each contraction just got worse and worse, like head to toe, your whole body's in pain. So yeah, I'm lying on my side, as you do. I couldn't lie on my back because my back was hurting and had all this stuff strapped to me. So I'm lying on my side, and then probably 45 minutes after I asked for the epidural, the lady still didn't come back. And then I'm just lying on my side relaxing, well, not relaxing, but breathing through the gas and air. And then my body just started pushing. Like, I didn't feel like I needed to push or anything, but each contraction, my body just started pushing naturally. And then at that point, I panicked because I didn't know what was happening. Nobody's ever said to me that could happen. So I panicked. I was like, oh my God, the baby's coming. The stupid epidural lady didn't come back, and the baby's coming. That's I'm saying that to my mom. And then my mom's like, calm down, calm down. And then I was like, it's too late. I have to deal with it now. There's no other option. So yeah, each contraction that came, my body just started pushing, and I'm lying on my back at this point, and I'm like, every time the contraction came, I was so scared that I just closed my legs automatically. But the baby can't come out when your legs are closed, obviously. So each time I'm panicking, the baby's blood pressure's dropping. So the midwife told me, your baby's blood pressure is dropping, you need to fix up and calm down, basically. So I turned round. I said to the nurse, is it okay if I turn round? Because I've seen it on One Born every minute, that if you do it the other way, the gravity just pulls the baby down. So I turned round onto my knees. So basically my ass was facing the midwife's. And then obviously with every push, I pushed down, and then the head came out probably 5 minutes after I turned round, and then the body came out with the next push. I didn't even push, the body just slid out. So it was literally like I was pushing for about 10 minutes. So that wasn't the worst bit. The horrible bit was just the contractions, the last hour of contractions. I just couldn't do it. Oh yeah, and with all that, before I even started pushing, I was trying to tell the midwives, like, can you break, because my waters never broke at all. I was like, can you break my waters so that the baby isn't born in the sack? Because I've heard when the baby's born in the sack, it's more painful, and I can't deal with any more pain. And they were like, yeah, we'll do it. They thought I had another few hours, so they were like, oh, we'll do it later. So the baby's head's coming out, and I'm like, I will not push if this baby's born in the sack. So they had to break my waters before I could carry on pushing. So, all in all, I was in labour for 4 hours, pushing for 10 minutes. The worst hour, the last hour before hours, worst hour of my life. I think I'm physically scarred, like I don't think I'm gonna have more kids. But Charlotte J is the beautifulest thing that's ever happened to me. Like, I wouldn't change it for the world, but the pain. So anyone that is watching this and you are pregnant now, I just want to say good luck. Some people tell me, you know, that it doesn't hurt at all. Some people tell me it's very painful. So I think it's all on individual experiences. Yeah, feel free to comment and let me know how your labour went or how your plans for your future labour. But that's just my story. I'm not very good with pain anyway, so I may be very dramatic. We never know. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and there'll be more videos to come. If you like it, like. If you don't watch the next one.